Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I don't think I'll have to cough as much this morning. It's getting much better. The bronchitis, if you don't know what I'm referring to. Been lingering and lingering. But we're having a good day. I hope you are as well. Today, let's talk about awareness. Awareness is a key component of mindfulness. In fact, in the usual definition I use of mindfulness, I normally define it as awareness without judgment. So when we talk about mindfulness, we normally go right to the idea of awareness. But I want to really talk about awareness and what it means and get into it a little bit today. So we spend much of our time with divided awareness. And I'm not talking about multitasking. We definitely do too much multitasking. It's sad that in our society we've made multitasking as if it's something to be proud of or a goal, something we brag about. I'm good at multitasking, when really we're not. None of us are. But awareness is that not only being present, but consciously present, dialed in, tuned in, and aware of what's happening in this moment, that attentiveness. And it's interesting, when we talk about awareness, we think a lot of the mind. When we think of the mind, we always go right here. The mind, we think of the brain. And there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of the things when we think of mindfulness, attentiveness, we think of how the brain works and how the brain gets distracted and how we think, and we think with our mind. But there's so much more to it than that. It's certainly cognitive, and so there is a lot of the mind that goes on, the brain. There's a lot of the brain function that happens with our awareness, but it's a bigger scope and concept than just that. In some cultures, when you talk of awareness in the mind, they don't refer to the brain at all. In fact, they talk about the gut. It's more of a stomach thing. In fact, you've heard, no doubt you've all heard about trusting your gut as an idea. Trust your gut. It's that instinct, and awareness goes to that idea and that concept. So awareness is the idea of absorbing the information around you, picking up what's going on around you, being dialed in, tuned in. It's hard to do that when we're distracted with all of the things that we're, quote unquote, paying attention to. And we pay attention to so many things. We give our attention to everything but the thing we're supposed to be paying attention to so often. If you imagine how many times you've sat down to talk with someone, and you're looking at them, you're talking to them, you're trying to have a conversation with them, and they're not even making contact with you. We've all experienced this. And we've all been the person who's done it. We've all been the person that it's been done to. Where instead of looking at you, maybe they're looking at the television, or in the office, they're looking at their computer screen and they're working, or the ubiquitous cell phone is sitting there and they're talking to you, but they keep looking at their phone. Or if you've ever sat down to have lunch or dinner with someone and they just keep looking at their phone, they keep looking at their phone, and you always feel like you're having a conversation, but there's something better over here because they don't want to miss something. It's that FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. And you feel diminished because there is a better thing over here. And people don't intend to feel that, to make you feel that way. But that's how we often feel. You're having a conversation with your significant other and they're scrolling, doom scrolling, they're scrolling social media. Like, I'm listening, I'm talking to you. I can multitask, I can do more than one thing. Our awareness is all over the place. There's a concept called continuous partial attention. Is that we walk around in life committed to being connected to other things. You're in a meeting and you're going to another meeting, walking down the hall, and you can't even just walk down the hall without reading your messages, looking at stuff on the phone. And you say, well, David, we're busy, we're connected, we have so many things we're connected to, we have to. So some of those are decisions we make, some of those are because of our overloaded lives. But in all of that distraction, it reduces our level of awareness of what's going on around us and in that moment. As leaders, especially, this is important because while we're paying attention to one thing or 5 things or 12 things, we're missing other things. And we have to select what we're going to pay attention to. And many times it's the CEO or the manager, sending us messages, and we have to pay attention to those things. But in that, we miss the people we're leading, and we're missing those connections. And we have to constantly be making those decisions. What are we going to be paying attention to? They're difficult decisions. But never forget, we're always making decisions about what we're paying attention to. And a lot of times, we're making poor decisions about our awareness. And sometimes we're making decisions that aren't necessary. We have our phones open, we have too many devices open, we have too many things going on, and we could just be giving our awareness to one thing at a time, one commitment, one focus. So what I'd like us to do is do a little practice on being aware. Connecting to our environment, connecting to people, connecting to the heart, connecting to the vibe of the room, connecting to that one moment. It's a skill that we as leaders have to practice. So let's just sit in your seat in a comfortable position. I like to have your feet on the floor. If that's something that's good for you right now. So you're back upright. Hands in your lap. Eyes closed. Just take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now just breathe normally and just sit in this present moment quietly, restfully. Just being with no agenda, nothing to do but be here. Just be aware right now. Be aware of your body and how it feels. Do you feel relaxed or anxious, ready to get the day going, or ready to just sit here as long as you can? Notice how your muscles feel. Is there pain anywhere in your body? Do you have tightness? Or do you feel loose? Notice your neck and shoulders. You don't have to change anything, just be aware. Notice your back. Notice your stomach, your belly. Are you holding things tightly or are you breathing comfortably? Notice your hips, your thighs. Notice your arms as they're resting on your lap. Do they feel tense or are they comfortable? Are your hand muscles tight or relaxed? Your legs, they feel comfortable or tense? Is there any pain? Your feet as they're grounded to the floor, even your toes. Just notice the overall feeling of your body. Are you beginning to relax more as we go through this? Maybe take one deep breath, inhale, Exhale. Notice the temperature in the room. Is it cold? Is it warm? Does it feel just right? Be aware of the sounds. You hear the air conditioner. You hear your computer or your laptop running. You hear other sounds, maybe in your office or in your home, maybe people around in the other room. Maybe you hear people outside making noises. There's no good or bad. It just is. Just the awareness of it. Taking it in. What kind of emotions do you feel? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel happiness or sadness? Do you feel stress? You don't have to own the emotion, just notice it. You don't have to analyze the emotions, just notice them. How aware are you of your thoughts? What kind of thoughts are you having this morning, right now? Are you able to just think about the things I'm asking you to think about, or do you have a lot of other thoughts going through your head? What kind of thoughts are they? Were you even aware of the thoughts until I asked about the thoughts? Or were they just running in the background? What can you do today to increase your awareness with each moment? What will be your biggest obstacle to awareness today? Take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. As you open your eyes, I love the thought of seeing things with a beginner's mind. It's one of the things that really helps us with awareness. We look at each moment, each day, each meeting, each interaction as if it's the first one we've ever had with that beginner's mind. And that helps increase our awareness. So go throughout today with a beginner's mind. Try work on developing your awareness, increasing your awareness level with each interaction. If you notice that you aren't being aware, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. It's a practice. We're practicing. So work on that. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.